I'd like to go back to my public diplomacy approach. Kasama na rin yung boycott. No? Sa akin, ang public diplomacy is the exercise of using 1 million needles to prick China. And not only needles coming from the Philippines, but we can mobilize needles coming from those who are also affected by this very aggressive behavior. Of course, we have Vietnam already, which has become an unofficial ally in this approach. We can have the Japanese, we can have politicians in the United States who can also mobilize several million other needles to prick China. And I think even if these are small needles, but if there are 1 million of them, this is going to hurt a giant like China. That is the essence of public diplomacy. But I would like to reiterate, just to summarize my point. To me, I would propose a combination of the following. Number one is for Congress to support the statement of the Department of Foreign Affairs, which is also the statement of the executive branch of the government. That's why I filed my House Resolution number 1401, expressing the sense of the House that it is in support of and it is in solidarity with the statement from the DFA. Number two is to encourage Filipino businessmen, as promoted by PCCI President Francis Chua, to come into the picture, to be the stabilizing components in this issue, because I agree with George Friedman that the businessmen in the coming conflicts are the ones who will be stabilizing the situation. They're the ones who are going to prevent major conflicts because of their business interests. And next is public diplomacy. I already articulated that. And of course, my last is that in our demands in the state diplomacy aspect, supported by public diplomacy, our demands should be status quo ante as far as mischief reef is concerned. That should be dismantled. There is no ifs and buts about it. That should be our non-negotiable demand. Whether they would accept that or not, we should press on that demand in the international fora. Kasi ang ganda, it shows the bad faith, it shows the undependability of statements coming from China, as shown very clearly by the fact that we have the original structure, very temporary looking, compared with the permanent structure that they came out with after about 3 or 4 years.
Salamat po. After na ma-discuss natin yung Chinese creeping invasion, ito naman, Korean invasion. Father Edu.
So, hagi po namin sa CBCP National Secretariat for Social Action, kami kaingan at lapitan ng maraming mga iba't ibang issue. Ito po'y matagal nang tinututukan at sinisikap tugunan, pero mukhang sa mahabang panahon ay hindi pa rin nabibigyang kadutasan ng problema sa Hanjin. Alam natin na hindi lang po China ang umaapi sa ating sovereignty. Kahit na itong kumpanya ng mga Koreano sa Hanjin ay umaastang silang may-ari ng Pilipinas dahil sa maraming mga pang-alibusta at pag-yurak sa karapatang pantao na ginagawa sa mga manggagawa sa Hanjin. At tulad nga po ng sabi rin ni Governor, tayo nanindigan sa active non-violence. Pero ito po sitwasyon sa Hanjin ay mukhang umiinit at may panganib na pumutok dahil sa hanggang ngayon ay hindi pinapakinggan ang karaingan ng mga maraming manggagawa. Hindi ka na po iisa-isahin, nakita-introduce lang at ako'y may misery ng 11:30. Iiwan ko po kay Atty. Arellano at saka kay Presi na galing mismo sa kumakatawan din sa mga manggagawa ng Hanjin para ipaliwanag yung issue. Mula po at maraming salamat.
Meron ako sana ihawin word sa Pinas Bradley.
Open na po na mic.
On this one, no. Meron ba tayong mga konkretong mga hakbang na ginawa na noon pa para i-assert ang ating sovereignty at ownership ng Spratly. Kasi natural lang, pag ina-assert natin ng atin ng isang bagay, kinakailangan gumawa tayo ng mga konkretong mga hakbang para i-assert yung ating ownership. Sa Honey and Label, suportado namin yung panawagan i-boycott ang China-made products. At suportado rin namin yung panawagan na let thousands of millions of needle prick China. Internationalize and dispute. Suportado kami diyan. Ang problema, mas effective ang tingin namin kung meron na tayong konkretong mga hakbang para i-assert na totoo ang atin yan. So, ano yung status ng ating ownership, manifestation of ownership and sovereignty over the disputed islands ngayon?
Yan yung tinatawag na state diplomacy, no? I think will be gagamitin natin yung UNCLOS dyan, yung exclusive economic zone, yung definition territorial sea. By the way, meron dalawang panukalang batas ngayon sa Kongreso, and one of them is the bill that I filed. One of the priority bills, by the way, identified by LEDAC, no? Ito yung Maritime Zones Bill that is adopting the definition of terms of UNCLOS, territorial sea, exclusive economic zone, archipelagic doctrine, etc. etc. Pangalawa, sa history naman, in fairness to the government, over the years, yung Philippine Navy, ilang beses nilang binablast, dinadynamite yung mga markers and buoys installed by China. Tuloy-tuloy, parang hide and seek ang nangyayari dyan sa, kasi napakalaki ng karagatan na yan eh. I was there in 1970, in 1971, malaking karagatan niya, it's a very wide body of water na pwedeng may 3 vapor dyan na hindi magtatakbo sa laki ng karagatan. So ginagawa din ng gobyerno, except na talagang nabigla tayo doon sa ginawa nila sa Mississippi Reef, twice, no? Yung paggawa ng temporary structure, and second, yung paggawa ng permanent structure. Kaya dapat ibalik natin yung issue, status quo ante dapat ang demand natin.
Governor Joey, I think I got you on Singaporean channel at saka isang New Zealand TV na yung panawagan ng boycott. Kinakailangan bang merong internationally acclaimed Filipino na maging poster boy nitong boycott against Chinese product? I'm referring kay Manny Pacquiao.
Ba, 70% ng trabaho mo, mawawala. Hindi mo na kailangan ng misyonaryo. Ngayon, man-to-man ang pagiging misyonaryo natin. Ibig sabihin, sa bawat corner, talagang ginagawa mo ng paraan na maintindihan ng tao yung issue. Eh kami, house to house, kakayanin. Hindi naman po pwede, kailangan matutunan ng Pilipino. Hindi na, alam mo, napakalaki ng respeto kay Roy pagdating sa international issue. Sa kanya ako nakikinig, nasa Congress ako pag foreign policy. Pero isa lang talagang sinasakit ng dibdib ko eh. Nasa Congress pa lang, winawarningan niya ako eh. Pero hanggang ngayon, parami pa rin ng parami eh. Kaya sabi ko, tulungan na kita. Hindi ko guguluhin ang ginagawa ng mga diplomats at saka ng executive. Pero yung mga ordinaryong tao. Kasi the state nor big business cannot dictate on the consumer preference or the sense of patriotism. They cannot dilute